Hi, this is Michael Kaim. I've been selling real estate for over 20 years. Our team of highly skilled professionals, along with our aggressive marketing plan, has sold over 4,000 homes all over the greater Cleveland, Akron, and Canton markets. And this is how we do it. Hey guys, it's Michael Kaim. You know, I get this question all the time. I have clients and friends and other realtors in the industry. They always ask me, what's the typical day like for my schedule? What does my schedule look like on a daily basis? And I have to tell you, it's changed a lot over the years. I still have the basic premise to it, but it's been modified over the years. So I'm going to explain to you what it was like early on to get to where I am today with the type of business that we have and the type of business that we run. In the beginning of my career, I was up at 5 o'clock in the morning in the gym at 5:30. I was working out until about 6:30. I was in the office every single day, 6 days a week at 7 o'clock. I had a 7:30 role-playing call where I practiced my scripts with a different realtor from a different part of the country as my accountability partner. And by 7:45, I was on the phones prospecting for 3 to 4 hours straight. So from 7:45 till about noon, maybe 11:30, I was prospecting for sale by owners, expired listings, just listed, just solds. I was calling my sphere. At 12 o'clock, I took a 1 hour lunch break. Sometimes it was an hour and a half. And then from 1:30 to 2, I would just take a break and I would get prepared for my afternoon schedule. In the afternoon, I would do some administrative work, return phone calls, and if I didn't have a lot of administrative work or phone calls to make, I would do all of my lead follow-up calling between 2 and 4 o'clock. And then in the evenings, from 4 until 8 or 9, I would schedule appointments. Now, if I didn't have appointments, I would be prospecting for more business to fill that pipeline. So I'd be prospecting for some days or some weeks or some days from 8 or 7:45 until noon, and then again in the evenings from 4 until 8 or 9 o'clock at night. So it was, in some days I had 4 hours, other days I had as much as 8 hours of prospecting in that day. My goal every day was to make between 50 and 75 contacts every single day. So that's the schedule that I set. It's a pretty high bar to set, but that's what I had in schedule for years. And then as time went on and I had kids and we built the team, it's been modified ever since. So that's the day of Michael Kaim. That's the typical schedule. That's what I've lived and died by for years. It's a little bit different when it comes to being a buyer's agent. So Tina, why don't you tell us about that?
Yeah, and your schedule, even though it's changed over the years, you still get up and go to the gym and you're at the office early and smiling and dialing, and there's lots of late nights still at the office, but you are a little more structured in regards to your time off. And I think that's where what we've done with our buyer's agents. Instead of scheduling your 40 hours of when you're working with the buyer's agent, and even a listing agent, it doesn't matter if you're showing houses or selling houses, listing houses, either one is fine. We take a look at your month at a glance, figure out what days this month you're taking off. We have to recharge our batteries. It's really important. You need family time. That's important too. Then we take a look at your week at a glance. And based on the week, when do you have to be out of the office? What days are we marking off your schedule? That way, when a customer or a client, you're done with an appointment and you plan on meeting them again, you set the appointment, you can look at your calendar and see when you are not available. All right, so when they say, how about Wednesday at 4 o'clock, and you know that you've got to pick up a kid, go to school, personal dentist appointment for yourself, whatever it is, you can say, oh, you know what? I'm already booked Wednesday at 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock, whatever time I said, but I do have Wednesday at 7 available, or would Thursday at 4 work for you? Right? So that's what our agents are structured to do, is they block off the time when they are not available so that they have all the other time to kind of work around their clients' needs. Because at the beginning, when you're starting, that's what you do. You work around your clients' needs. Now, I will tell you that there are certain blocks of time that all of our agents have in their schedules. No matter what, they have to do it, and that is their prospecting time. Prospecting time is money time. It is gold time. That is the one block of time that if you ever erase it, you must replace it somewhere in your schedule. And oh, by the way, you have to replace it this week. That's one of the reasons our agents are successful and they're doing what they're doing, is because they are taking the time to follow up, make new contacts each and every day. Income producing activities, that's the prospecting time.
And as a kid growing up as children with our father, we would come home at night and our father would ask us, so how many new contacts did you make today? I held an open house, I went on a couple appointments, I listed a property, I sold a property. Well, how many new contacts did you make? How much prospecting did you do? I didn't do any. You didn't work today, Michael. Do you remember, you remember those days?
I got that same conversation about 8 years ahead of Michael, and I'd work 12 hours a day, and then we go through the schedule, and my dad says, if it's not belly to belly or on the phone with a client, the rest of the things just really don't matter. So you think you work 12 hours a day? Yeah, I'm going to say maybe 2. And it kind of puts you in that mindset. What am I doing in my schedule that makes sense? We also build in things like role playing. We also build in things like training. We're very much into learning, training. I also think it's important that you have time in your schedule when you're around people who are smarter than you, right? You're around people who are making those calls. You're going on appointments with people. That's important too, and I think that gets you kind of from 0 to 60 a whole lot quicker. Anything else for schedule?
I think that's good. Just remember the money time. All right, guys, if you have any other questions, you can always call us at 440-974-0404. Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.